Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America, commonly known as FCCLA, is a national nonprofit organization for middle and high school students. The organization covers various family and consumer science courses and offers students the opportunity to join and compete in competitions all over the nation. We met with FCCLA's Vista Ridge chapter, which is sponsored by Mrs. Green, Mrs. Carlson, and Ms. Marcus, to ask them more in-depth questions about FCCLA. FCCLA officers do a variety of activities outside the campus, encouraging students through opportunities for personal growth and strengthening themselves as a leader, whether this be by encouraging outside volunteer work, competitions, or general intercommunicational skills. Students are encouraged to compete in events related to family and consumer science classes. This enables students to address topics that they are interested in.
My competitive event last year, I researched the mental effects of sodium and how it can be consumed in moderation and the consequences of not being consumed in moderation. We created a 50-ish page portfolio, and then after that we presented it to a panel of judges.
My group is doing Focus on Children, so we are making board games that educate children while having fun. And there's a bunch of different categories that relate to the family consumer science classes that we offer at Vista Ridge. And most of these competitions you can do as a group, and you basically just create a project, show your creativity, and we go to regional, state, and nationals if we get in.
We go to Corpus Christi for regional events, and they have to present their star event. It's super fun and challenging, but it's very rewarding. Then if they progress from regionals, they move on to state competition, and then they move on to nationals if they progress there.
FCCLA wants to push their members through competitions, but despite how stressful it can be, these connections are what make students want to become more involved.
And a lot of everyone in FCCLA is very talkative, very open. Because I know last year I became friends with a lot of the people who are now graduated, and I still talk to them to this day.
Through competitions, it not only drives students to create semester-long projects for regional and even national competitions, but it also creates connections, whether this be from lifelong friendships or business partnerships. Leadership skills are crucial for a successful career, but it's not the only skill that FCCLA covers.
My speaking has gotten a lot better, my leadership has gotten a lot better, and my communication and team working skills has gotten a lot better just being in FCCLA, especially competition. And I also think hosting Blue Santa and reaching out to the companies is something that I can definitely use no matter what I do with my career.
But I love seeing the progression from the beginning of competition stage to the end of the competition season, just how their leadership skills progress.
Blue Santa is a time-honored tradition here at Vista Ridge High School. Every year, teachers come together in 2 teams to compete in a volleyball game in order to raise money for FCCLA's Christmas Toy Drive, supported by the Cedar Park Police Department. FCCLA students spearhead Blue Santa through petitioning for sponsorships, decorating the library and study hall, and helping organize meetings. As intimidating as it could be to host such a major event, it's also a massive opportunity for FCCLA members as they get their hands-on experience in event coordination, setup, and reaching out to different sponsors for a common goal.
Some of the duties we did preparing for Blue Santa was we started off by contacting businesses to find if they would be willing to donate us materials. We also prepared a lot of the decorations. For example, the garland that we set up in the lecture hall, we all made it by hand. We contacted local, we contacted what's the name? Starbucks, Bushes, Walmart, H-E-B, and things like that, places that sell coffee or hot chocolate.
It was kind of weird reaching out to people who are so adult and so professional as a student. It just made me feel very mature to get into that. It's really stressful, especially for me who had to organize most of it and organize the meetings, but it is really fun, especially when I get help from other members and other officers and the sponsors.
FCCLA may seem like a big commitment, but for many students, they find themselves wanting to be involved more and more due to how exciting it can be. FCCLA creates a family-like atmosphere where students can get together through fun activities outside of school, such as Friendsgiving, a Valentine's Day party, and creating their own float for the homecoming parade, just like earlier this year. Even at competitions, being able to travel together creates everlasting moments that will later define their high school year.
So it was a great bonding activity, and then, we're all in a hotel, so we all would go downstairs to the common area and hang out or go get food, and it was always really nice.
If you're interested in getting more involved with FCCLA, we highly recommend you to contact Mrs. Carlson, Mrs. Green, or Ms. Marcus. FCCLA skills aren't just for those who want to start up a business, but for anyone who wants to join a community of like-minded people to not only help, but foster lifelong skills that will carry them through their future. We would like to thank FCCLA for their time. They will be competing on January 30th, so make sure to root for them. Thank you for watching.
Now is the time to move to Ranger Time if you have portaled in Minga.